stuck on my screen here. Okay. So good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris Gabert. As Peggy mentioned, I work on programming for Madison Central Bid, and I am newish to the role. I've been here since May, so just made it through my first summer programming season and have rolled kind of right into the holidays. So Peggy asked me to join today to give an overview of bid programming for 2024 and a little peek at 2025. So I figured it's always a good idea to remind everybody of our mission, which is to increase the vitality and health of downtown and to promote businesses within it. Of course, this is the BID's footprint. So the businesses, property owners, residents, and visitors in this area are stakeholders. So the BID's programming objectives revolve around keeping the district welcoming and vibrant and to bring foot traffic downtown to help create an inviting atmosphere for our local businesses and community. In addition to drawing folks to the district, we're also looking to increase dwell time. So folks who come downtown stay downtown longer. And we're doing this by activating public spaces with the events that we produce and to kind of help create a positive association with downtown for our visitors and residents. We're doing this by creating programming that's intentionally broad in its reach. Our programming is targeted to serve all of Madison's communities. So for example, the Madison Night Market's our flagship event. We see 15 to 20,000 visitors each night. Families, students, folks from a variety of backgrounds. And we support this diversity through the programming on the stages in the park and throughout the district. This year we featured a diverse lineup that included hip hop performers, the Benny Taiko drum band, the Wisconsin Singers, which is like a Broadway style review put on by students at the UW. We had a Beatles cover band and a lot more. So our downtown Madison family Halloween event brings in families downtown. And then we've got, just a diverse set of music programming that serves every corner of our community. So I'll get into the full slate of programming from this year on some later slides, but just wanted to kind of give an overview of what we're trying to do. So the Madison Night Market is likely our most well-known series of events. It's kind of become a must-attend event for a lot of folks in our community. This year, we expanded our footprint beyond State Street to include 2 blocks of Capitol Square, so the Y where State Street meets the Capitol. And we see over 100 vendors at each market, and this year, an average market attendance of over 17,000 folks. These events bring the community to the doorsteps of our downtown businesses and help create positive experiences downtown for attendees. We program live local music across each market. And at each market, we're lucky to get more vendor applications than we can accept, which allows us to rotate in those food and retail vendors to keep each market kind of fresh each time. So it's a new and exciting experience for people who come downtown. This one, there we go. Also this year, as you know, the city launched its Flock to State pedestrian mall experiment, which began with a ribbon tying ceremony in May. I think that was my second day on the job, and carried through the end of October. This was an experiment for us too, namely because it started on my second day, but also because it's something that we hadn't ever done as a bid before either. So we tested out a variety of programming experiences, from a series of kids events to a hip hop variety show series called Love Zone Live. And we learned a lot about how to activate this space in a way that really served the community. A late added Madison is Music concert series, which was sponsored by the city, featured a diverse set of musicians playing in Francis Plaza. That's that little concrete park next to Potbelly between like the 500 and 600 blocks of State. And we saw over 1,000 visitors to these performances, to each performance, I should say. So of course, most of the visitors stayed like for a few songs before continuing on in their kind of journey downtown. But we did see a small group of folks maybe 10 or so visitors who came out for every show. And this was like a series of shows that happened like back to back, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it was a real commitment to come out every day for these. I saw college students calling their friends to invite them over to come see the shows. Families shopping together who stopped to listen for a while. And this is really kind of like emblematic of the environment that we're trying to create downtown. Um, I think this kind of street side musical programming is what people want to see and sort of expect to see out of a pedestrian mall. So if the city does choose to continue the experiment for 2025, I think you can expect to see more programming of this type from us on State Street. And then Lunchtime Live. This is our well-loved and long-running lunchtime concert series on Capitol Square. This year, we brought it to the King Street side of Capitol Square to help kind of draw some foot traffic over to that corner of the bid. We always see a nice cross section of downtown residents and workers who attend this series. A lot of retirees, a lot of parents with young children, and then just office workers who, bring their lunch or go grab something at one of the local restaurants and sit outside and listen. This is a series of 12 concerts that run Tuesdays at noon on the Capitol Square. And I think, of course, we'll bring this back again next year. And I think we'll keep the King Street location. Worked out really well. It's a little hot, not a lot of shade over there. So we're looking into options for that. But we did see around 3,500 attendees at these events across the summer. Then we also work with a variety of community partners who are also activating spaces downtown in the bid. We work with these folks on event logistics and promotion, help with marketing, and just sort of cutting through some of the red tape that is required for programming these types of events in public spaces. This year, we saw 3 new events in the district hosted by partners and, of course, supported by the bid. The Wisconsin Historical Society produced Are You Ready for a Wisconsin Adventure, which was a live action Dungeons and Dragons style event with participants moving through the bid, visiting shops along the way, and then kind of ending their quest at the Wisconsin Historical Society HQ on Library Mall. So initial attendance targets for this, we were hoping for maybe 100 folks. It's a first time event. And so 100 participants is kind of the early projection. And we saw close to 700 folks, a lot of families, and a lot of enthusiasm for this type of event. So this is something that Jenny from the Wisconsin Historical Society and I have already started talking about for next year. It's something that they're interested in bringing back and something that we're very interested in supporting. We also worked with the Wisconsin Veterans Museum on Brownie's Puppy Parade, which is like an author event in Peace Park. We had over 100 people come out for that, 20 or so dogs. We did a little parade around the area immediately adjacent to Peace Park. And then there was an author reading and signing for the children's book associated with this event in the park. And it was a lot of fun. And then Black on State was hosted this year by a local entrepreneur who's working to elevate Black businesses in Madison. She hosted a Sunday afternoon kind of night market style event featuring Black-owned businesses, family activities, DJs throughout the pedestrian mall footprint. They had just awful weather for this event. It just poured on them, which is a real bummer. We still did see pedestrian counts around 15,000 in this area, which is on par with an average Sunday in this space. And the weather was certainly not average. So the event was successful despite the weather. And we're really hoping that it can come back again next year and that we can get a little bit better luck for those folks weather-wise. But it was a great start and we're hoping to see more events like this downtown. And then, of course, Downtown Madison Family Halloween, which was almost a month ago now, but feels like yesterday. This is a well-loved and long-running event that brings families downtown to trick or treat. My understanding is that this event was kind of originally created a kind of counter downtown somewhat fraught history with Halloween. It seems like that fraught history may be truly history now. So, and our family Halloween event lives on. So we won. This year we saw over 1,500 trick-or-treaters and over 60 businesses handing out candy or hosting micro events in their shops. The bid sponsored special Kids in the Rotunda performances for the afternoon at Overture, and the Madison Children's Museum hosted free play in their Wonderground, as well as a Halloween disco for kids. We brought out Bucky for an hour in Peace Park. This event's a lot of fun. It's not a huge sales day for our downtown businesses, but it's overall good marketing for the district by kind of helping to create these memorable experiences downtown for families, which makes downtown a little bit less intimidating when folks think about where they want to spend their time. And then Shine On, we are in the thick of it. This is our 6-week downtown event that lights up downtown with holiday lights and programming. As Peggy mentioned earlier, our tree lighting ceremony is this Saturday in Peace Park. The event starts at 4. The tree will be lit at 5. So we'll have like an hour or so of kind of refreshments, cookies, hot chocolate. Santa shows up at 4:30. And then Mike LaCrone is our special guest at the tree lighting ceremony this year. We're very excited about that. He'll be arriving in the Bucky wagon and lighting up the tree for us at 5 o'clock. The mayor is going to be there to say a few words as well. So we have a bit of a star-studded tree lighting this year. We're very excited about it. So please join us if you are free on Saturday. And then the rest of Shine On, the downtown holiday trolley is coming back for holiday open house weekend, which is the weekend after Thanksgiving. And then two Saturdays in December as well. We'll have free downtown shopping bags with promo items and marketing materials from a lot of our downtown businesses for the first 500 trolley riders. And then of course we've got live holiday music downtown throughout the 6 weeks. We are doing we've kind of transformed our window decorating competition that we've typically hosted into a window decorating scavenger hunt. So I walked around the bid yesterday, dropping off tiny little plushies that the local businesses who are participating are going to hide in their windows. You can pick up scavenger hunt cards at the visitor center starting on Sunday, or if you attend the tree lighting event, you can get it a day early. And those cards can be stamped throughout the full 6 weeks with your progress on your scavenger hunt journey shared online. And that'll be a lot of fun. The downtown businesses have donated prizes for scavenger hunt participants, so we're excited about that. Cookie Walk is coming back on Sunday, the 15th of December, which is just a chance to kind of walk through the bid, sample cookies at different businesses while you're doing your kind of last minute holiday shopping there on the 15th. And then this year we are doing a new event on the King Street side of the square called Sip and Glow, a King Street holiday. We've got about 10 of the city's craft vendors signed on to sell some holiday items, craft items outdoors. We'll have a Santa. We'll be donating portions of the proceeds for the evening to YWCA Madison, who does really great work downtown and throughout the city. And then, of course, the local businesses will be popping out in their sidewalk cafes and offering food and drink specials as well. So this is kind of an opportunity to have a community-focused event in that first settlement neighborhood. And we're super excited about it. So just looking ahead to 2025, this is 2024, but of course I meant 2025. We're going to continue on with the most popular programming we produce. So Madison Night Market, Lunchtime Live, Family Halloween, Shine On Madison. This stuff isn't going away. We'll just continue to program it and make it stronger. We'll also, of course, program the pedestrian mall if the experiment continues in 2025 with a focus on kind of pop-up music performances. And then we're going to take a look at more options for activating First Settlement neighborhood. learn what we can from this Sip and Glow event that will happen on the 6th. State Street can be a little bit easier because we've got Francis Plaza, top of State, Peace Park, which are accessible public spaces to program. For settlements, a little trickier, but we are looking at creative solutions to make that space a place that we can program. We're also looking at expanding some of those popular partner events in the bid, and then programming more music in the pedestrian mall as well. All right, so that's it for me on programming updates. I'll add that I've got my email address on the screen right now. If you have ideas for events, what we can do to make things better, to increase accessibility and diversity, if you know local performers you think I should know too, any of that, please feel free to reach out to me. Susan.
Yeah. Wow, Chris, that's just unbelievable, all that you do. And I know the bid is an assessment district, so you have funds to function, but what would be the number or an estimated amount of dollars that you need to raise extra to put all these amazing events on?
I will say that the scope increased a little bit this year with the pedestrian mall. There was more mandate for programming and the same amount of funding. So that was certainly a challenge.
Yep.
I can't speak to the budget as well as probably Tim and Matt could if they were here, but what I can say is that we did spend about $11,000 of non-employee time on programming the pedestrian mall, and if we want to continue and expand what we're doing there, of course, it's going to take an additional funding. So, and we work with, we're working obviously to secure corporate sponsorships as much as we can to help sort of subsidize some of the funding we need.
Thanks.
Yep.
Other questions for Chris? I can't, Chris, there we go. Thank you.
Yep.
Can't see if there's a hand up. I'm just curious when you eat and sleep, and that's an incredible amount of work. And, you know, the Business Improvement District has 3 staff members. So you can all imagine the amount of work that goes into every single one of these. And a lot of times you'll see the staff moving chairs, like it's physically a lot of work as well as the planning part, right?
Yep, a little bit of everything, but that's the joy and the detriment of super small staff is that you've got your hands in everything.
Yes, yes. Questions? All right. I see none. You were very thorough, apparently.
Perfect.
All right. Chris, thank you. And thanks for all you do. I can really see a big difference in these events and watch them grow, not just in number of people that they attract, but as you said, you know, with the night market coming up the Y and partnering with our friends over on King Street, they've done kind of their own thing for a bit. And now, you know, partnering with the bid, and things just get better when you work together like that. So big thanks for all you do. Really grateful that you are with the bid and appreciate the work and the ideas that you bring. All right.
Thanks.
Anything else from anybody before we adjourn? Jason, anything on your end?
No, just tomorrow, State of the Downtown from 7:30 to 9 a.m. at the Edgewater Hotel. Got a great panel discussion. Matt, the executive director of the Business Improvement District, is one of those panelists. Got the reports will be there. So please do join us tomorrow at 7:30 to 9. Registration's in the chat already. We do have 2 other events. There's going to be a great discussion from the Midwestern leaders on downtowns at our Madison Milwaukee Downtown Exchange on the 11th. And then on the 12th of December, we have our last New Faces, New Places, our annual holiday celebration at US Bank, right at their facility on Pinckney Street, right on the Capitol Square. So please do join us for any and all of those events. Just a huge thank you to Chris as well. We so thankful for the partnership with the Business Improvement District. Chris, you're doing amazing work. It honestly feels like there's an event today, which is drawing people to downtown to help support those local businesses. So thank you, Chris. We really do appreciate it. And again, if you don't have time to eat and sleep, half a Teddy Wedger is always coming your way if you want one. So there you go.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your day, and we hope to see you downtown tomorrow morning at the Edgewater.